I want to have a picnic on a beach like that. Would be nice, wouldn't it? So hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name's Miranda and this is another one of my vlogs. And it's hot. It's hot in Britain at the moment. We're having a heat wave. And us Brits, we're not very good at heat waves. It gives us something else to complain about. But yeah, it's been very warm. It's, well, in my room it gets to about, 27. It's got to about, so far this week. It's going to get hotter tomorrow. My room gets the full sun most of the day up till sort of mid-afternoon. And, well, if I touch the walls now, they'd be hot, they'd be warm. I could feel them because I feel the heat coming through because they're brick walls and the bricks just absorb all the heat. And because I can't leave the room, it makes it really difficult to have to deal with when I'm lying here in bed all the time. When you're lying on a hot mattress and hot pillow, and I've got underneath my sheets I have a waterproof mattress protector just in case there are spills with the bedpan, which does happen sometime. So it does mean that my room is not the freshest smelling at the moment either. And because I've got a commode in here as well, and of course that warms up, it cooks all day and it's a bit like a slow cooker, and it's not very pleasant. It's another horrible thing about being bedridden. And I have fans, so I've got 3 main fans and I've got 2 of the little handheld ones, which I have the 3 main ones on all day. I actually like the noise of a fan, but not 3. It really is doing my head in a bit. And I can also, I know it's weird, but I can also kind of sense the movement inside the fan. I suppose, movement, the noise, it gives off a lot of vibration, doesn't it? So it's like I can feel that, my Emmy can feel that, and it's so fatiguing. It's just, how are you all coping with the heat, those who are in Britain? It's slightly cooler up here in Durham than down south, but I know it's not great for those who are stuck inside or are housebound or bedridden. And I do sympathise with you all. I'm thinking of you all. Even like things like having to charge my mobile phones, and this tablet playing, I have to charge it because obviously it's using up a lot of the power by having the screen on all the time. So I have to have that on charge, and the plugs get hot and just adds to the heat in the room. It's horrible. I get Nigel to charge some things for me out in his room or on the landing or something. A lot of them I just turn off. I can't have my aromatherapy lamp there. You can see that shiny thing. I can't have that on. I can't have my Echo Dot on with the, the Alexa with it's got the time on it. I can't have that on. It gets really warm. It's amazing how many things get hot and how many things that we use that heat up and we don't notice until it's boiling. I'd also have a kind of, I call it my foot massager, but it's not, it's a back massager, little machine thing. But I can't have that on because it gets too hot. I can't use my heat pad, obviously. When I get a bad stomach, I've got a heat pad on it. I can't use that. I can't use my lava lamps or anything because, these things that I have as a sort of coping mechanisms, I can't use those either. And because I have such poor temperature control with ME, it's a kind of a symptom with ME, poor temperature control. So my body's all over the place. My body is really, really struggling, and it's been 3 days of real intense heat, and I'm struggling. Of course, the hay fever. My ME thinks pollen is like some alien invader, and it goes all guns blazing at it. So my hay fever's kicking off, and I haven't had the window open, even with the pollen screen on. But it's too hot. I've got to shut the. Well, I have the window shut and I've got the curtains shut as well, so they bounce the heat back out the window as well. But it does just add to the feeling of being enclosed and hot. I mean, I've already had a nosebleed because I'm all dried out. Oh, it's so hard, you know. I just want to go outside. I just want to go into another room where it's cooler. It just makes everything a million times harder. I hate the summer anyway. I'm not a summer person. I like wet and cold and snow and driving winds and rain and darkness. Everything which we don't have at the moment. I'm just not a summery person. I'm just, well, the thing is, I'd been having some slightly better days because I had some appalling days last week, and over the weekend I started to pick up a little bit, and it's like I got okay enough to cope, and that's all I ask. I just want to be able to cope. There's kind of a thin coping line that I have, this line where I'm either on the not coping side or the slightly over to the coping side. I don't really go much further than that. Or I'm just on the coping line, and today I'm on the coping line and I keep kind of tipping towards the not coping. I just want to feel okay enough to cope, you know. It's not really a lot to ask, is it? When I'm coping, I can put up with things like the heat and all the other baggage that life throws at us. When we're feeling rubbish, there's also all the little things, they just get enormous, don't they? And it becomes one massive overwhelm. But I mean, there are a few little tips and things that I have that I'd like to share here. I'll share them with you too, that I use to help me cope with the heat. Everything little adds up, doesn't it? To just take the pressure off a little bit. Well, that's the plan anyway. I've been using this to help keep me cool. It's just a simple spray bottle with chilled water in, but I add a few drops of peppermint essential oil, and that gives a kind of extra cooling feeling. So I just spray that over myself all day, and it's quite refreshing. There's also these plastic and metal ice cubes that don't melt everywhere. I just put in an ice pack. I've got myself this. Basically it's a giant gel pack. I got it from Amazon, $10.99, and this is what I'm going to use I'll put it under my sheet, and it'll help keep me cool in this hot weather. I did used to have one actually, but when you store them, you've got to make sure they're super dry, otherwise they go mouldy. So mine did go mouldy, so I had to throw it away. But I'll show you what size it is when I take it out. This is how big it is. You can see where the edges of the bed are. So it's a fair size really. And there's another one that I have. It's a smaller size, obviously. You can get them in different sizes, and this one is actually supposed to go inside your pillow as like a cooling pad. But it's cool, but it's I find the fabric too hard. It's too hard for me. But they're quite good. I mean, they do warm up when you're on them after a while, and you have to take them away and let them cool again. But they really are quite helpful if you're stuck in bed like me. Well, I hope those help a little bit. Let me know if you think of anything else. Let me know in the comments. I'm always up for new ideas. Do you know something else I really, really want to do is have a wash. I want to have a wash. This weather, I can't wash. I can't wash like head to toe all at once. It's just baby wipes. I can't get in the bath, I can't get in the shower, I can't use hoists or anything, I'm just not well enough. I'm desperate to have a wash. Nigel will wash me, but he can only do so much because it really wrecks him, and I can't. It's just too much exertion, too much movement. So, will somebody do a rain dance for me? Just let's do a rain dance. Let's get it raining. That'll be good. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate your interest and just being able to just talk like this to people. I don't see anyone, so it's nice to talk to you. I'm actually in the process of making a floss tube video, which is a video about cross stitch. Well, a very beginning to make a floss tube video. I've hardly done anything, but anyway, that's what I want to do. So hopefully I'll be able to be well enough to get that finished. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll be able to do another video soon and another bit of a catch up. Well, thanks then. Have a good week. Bye.